Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So I would just like to welcome everybody to my first review video. Yay! I'm really excited because I'm just really excited to enter, the makeup community and everything. And I feel like it's important to see more women of color out there too, representing our shades and, showing makeup looks that work for us and things like that. I know there's a little bit of a glare on my glasses, but I think it's just the lighting. And I think, like, I've tried to adjust it, and no matter where I put it, it just clashes. So this is like the least glaring thing I could do. So if that's distracting, I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about it. So anyways, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Jeffree Star Velor liquid lipsticks. Now these, I've been waiting to get my hands on these for ages, and one of the shades that I just received in the mail, restocked last week. Surprisingly, like, it was a surprise. He just goes, "Hey everybody, I'm doing a restock," and then all of a sudden, Dominatrix and Unicorn Blood are freaking restock, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" So I immediately decided that I had to get my hands on them. So if you're interested in a video including Jeffree Star's Velor liquid lipsticks, I have two shades. I have a light Gemini and a dark Dominatrix. So I'm also wearing Dominatrix right now. I've been wearing it all day, and it's already well, I'll include that in my review. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, I am going to give my honest opinion about these liquid lipsticks. I am not going to be shy, okay? Just right off the bat, I want to let you know that if a product sucks, if it's shitty, I'm going to say that it's shitty, okay? And if something surprises me, if something I wasn't expecting happens or whatever, if something is shitty, I'm not going to shy away from saying it's shitty. But at the same time, I'm not going to bash it. I'm not going to bash the creator. I'm not going to say, "Oh, you're shit," or whatever. If your customer service sucks ass, though, then maybe I'll say something about it. But as far as just me having a bad experience, if I have a bad experience, I have a bad experience, okay? And I realize it's not everyone's experience, but it's the one I had. And I'm just going to be honest about it. There's not going to be any hard feelings or anything like that unless I contact customer service and you give me shit. But, as I said before, I'm biased. I'm sticking to the product and my experience with the product. That's it. Being as detailed as possible. And, one of the most important things I want to keep in mind is my viewers. I don't want you guys going out and buying something that's shitty. That's why I'm doing this video. And that's why you guys are watching it. So, what's what, what's straight before you, decide to make the purchase. At least that's why I watch the videos, I watch maker videos all the time. Especially reviews and swatches. I'm really into ColourPop, but a lot of their liquid tubes can be misleading, and it's not even just ColourPop. It's a lot, it's a lot of other brands. They can be pretty misleading. So anyways, just, sticking to the non-biased. Back to these lipsticks. So I'm going to start off with Gemini because it's the first one that I got. I got this one in February, and so that was a couple months ago, And the first thing I'm going to do is show you the packaging. So basically, it's a standard Jeffree Star's packaging. All his lipsticks look like this except for his summer collection, which this top will be yellow. But for these regular stocked ones, both of these are pink. And then you see the color on the outside, and then, it has stars all over it. So you know that it's Jeffree Star. So just showing you that. And it says Jeffree Star Velor liquid lipstick on the outside, just standard. You know that it's Jeffree Star. Anyways, getting to the wand, when I unscrew it, this is what it looks like. So it comes out like this, and I put it on my hand here. So just showing you the color. It's a very light color. I could show you on my arm as well. Just a strip. And this is it wet. So of course when it dries, it does change color. So this is the color. You can see it up close. I know the light is a little bit in the way, but that's the general color. It's like this peachy tone, you know. Get it closer for you. It's a pretty peachy, light nude color, you know. It's not really like, it's a wearable color. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on me. So this is what it looks like on me. I'm a little, like, when I put on this color the first time, I was a little disappointed, not in the product, like Jeffree made a mistake or something like that, but just, I didn't like the way it looked on me. I feel like it's too light, you know, but I mean, again, this is a base color, so I obviously can branch out and I can use it with other colors. I could use it with another Jeffree Star lip or any other lip. I could use it as an eyeliner. I could use it as anything else really. But, you know, generally I was looking for a nice neutral lip color, and this is a little bit light. I don't usually go for light lips. But, you know, I'm also not used to it. You know, seeing it on camera right now, it doesn't look that bad. It's not like, you know, a white nude color, you know, like for lighter skin. It's not that bad. I feel like if it would work better as a gloss, at least on my skin, not the actual lipstick product itself, just with what I'm working with. But, you know, this for me would be getting out of my comfort zone wearing this color, because I don't wear light lips at all. So I think it's important for me to keep this color and to have this color anyway, even though it wasn't what I was looking for initially, because it'll get me experimenting. It'll keep me, you know, just looking for new things to play around with this makeup and to really enjoy it. So I kept thinking, you know, oh, is this a waste of money? Did I make a mistake buying it? No. I mean, I'm not gonna not use it. I'm not gonna, you know, be dissatisfied, disappointed, and just say, you know, this is over and throw it away or never use it, you know. And like I said, you know, it's never in my budget to really splurge on makeup like this. So I chose this color. It's something that I have to just own and get creative with it, you know. But for somebody of my skin tone or somebody darker than me, if you don't like colors like this, it might not work for you. But maybe it will, you know, based on what you do with it. But with what I do with my makeup, it didn't work for me initially. So I'm going to take this as an experimenting thing and just use it. Never know what could happen. Maybe I might warm up to it and I just might like the way it looks. But right now I just feel like it's a little too pink, a little too light. I don't have any really major complaints besides that, besides it not really going with most things I'd wear. It also probably looks weird because this shirt is dark. So, you know, I wore a dark lip, dark shirt. You know, it's kind of fitting, but if I were to wear like a pink dress or something, it'd be less noticeable, of course, but still I would feel like not uncomfortable, but just unfamiliar with wearing a lighter lip. Blonde is pretty easy to use. I don't really have any complaints about that. Not really difficult. Of course, if you know how to put on liquid lipstick. If you don't, I can include some links to my favorite how-to videos on how to put on liquid lipstick in the description box, so check out those artists as well. Yeah, this is the color. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm just a little shy to wear it, but I'm gonna move on to the next color. Okay, so on to the next color. This is Dominatrix. It's the exact same packaging as Gemini. It's just a different color. This is what the color looks like. It's a really deep brown color, as I said. Trying to see if my camera will adjust, but it's a really, really deep brown color. My first impressions on the color, I really liked it, as I had been waiting for a long time. I checked all kinds of brands too. I didn't just check Jeffree's. I checked for Tarte. I checked for Urban Decay. I checked for just all kinds of brands. I can't remember all of them at the top of my head, but I went to my my local Ulta Beauty, which I just found out that we had one. I went into it and I looked everywhere. I ended up buying a Tarte lipstick. I think I actually have it over here somewhere. Or it might be in my bag. No, it's right here. So I ended up buying this one because the outside color, it was pretty close to this. And I thought, oh, this will be a really dark lip. It is, but it's a red color, like a reddish color. And I was looking for brown. Okay, so this is the color. I did forget a little bit of a detail in the packaging. Jeffree always sends pictures, and what I thought was really funny is that when I received Gemini, I got a picture of him with a bunch of models wearing the lipsticks. And this time I just got a picture of Jeffree, like his face. And I just thought it was funny, you know, like picture the idea of wearing makeup and then getting sent a picture of the makeup artist. It was just, I just thought it was funny. Anyway, back to the lip color. So this is the dark color that I've been looking for. I got it, and at first I wasn't sure because it's very dark, but that's also what I wanted. I wasn't disappointed or anything. It was really well packaged. Everything was wrapped in bubble wrap and then in this pretty big box. It was pink, of course, but it was pretty secure. I did test it the first night I got it, but I was extremely tired. I just got off work and I was very tired, so I barely remember it. I took a couple of pictures with it and the lighting was so terrible. It was just not, I don't know why. I think I was just so excited. I wanted to try it on immediately. I decided on doing it today. You know, I decided to do full glam, so to go to work and try it out. So I used this dark lip, and let me tell you, I got a lot of compliments on this color. A lot of people were saying, you know, this is a great color for your skin. I love the dark lip. I wish I could pull it off. Just things like that. And of course, it was really flattering. I was mostly just happy with the color myself and just the overall feeling. Really liked it. I will say that it's like the consistency of it, of the actual product, the liquid, it feels different than Gemini, at least to me. When I pull out this, it's a little thicker, and I guess dewy would be the correct way, but it's not super like saturated and what's the word? Not glossy, but just liquidy. You know, it's not super liquidy. This one is a little bit thicker. It's still liquid lipstick and everything. It's still, you know, it's still liquid, but it's just a bit thicker. So maybe the formula changed or something. I don't know. But bottom line is, I just noticed that little detail. With Gemini, I take it out and it's a lot more liquidy, a lot more product comes out. It's not really it's not like an inconvenience or anything. It's just something that I noticed, and you can definitely tell more when you put it on. So I guess what I'm saying is to be careful. You know, maybe the formula did change and both of these are now thicker, you know, but I got these months apart, so I don't really know if that's a huge deal, but something I did notice. Back to my thoughts on Dominatrix. I really love this color, of course. These lipsticks are really long lasting. That's something that I really like and really appreciate on Jeffree's part, is that I literally had like this a Starbucks sandwich. I drank water. I had a pink drink refresher. I just ate food. I had a candy bar, you know, and it did not come off like it came off just a little bit, but it was so unnoticeable. It was ridiculous. Like I was eating warm food and everything, so some of the product was coming off my lips and everything, but basically all I had to do was press them together. Like you couldn't even see my natural lip color under it. It was just like little specks when I used a napkin or whatever. Basically, it doesn't come off like at all. And I've even heard a joke that it's like blowjob proof or whatever. But you know, basically it will not come off. So I really like that. I really appreciate that. I feel like a lot of dedication went into it so that it wouldn't come off, you know, and it stays. Of course, with a makeup wipe, you know, it comes off. Regular wear every day, you don't have to reapply it. Like, I didn't reapply it. I feel like if you, I feel like you would never need to reapply it. So I didn't. Even after I ate, after I did all that stuff, flapping my gums to customers all day, you know, I didn't have to reapply it. I didn't have to do anything. It just stayed on all day, and I really, really appreciate that. All in all, great experience with these lipsticks. You know, I don't really have huge complaints. Even the scent, you know, it's not really that bad. I don't really mind a scent. But yeah, so basically, that's my review on both of these lipsticks. You know, as I said, you know, this is something that to help me personally get out of my comfort zone, which is so funny because he has way more wild colors than these. You know, Tiffany blue, you know, really, really bright pinks, and just all kinds of crazy colors. And here I am, you know, struggling with this nude color. I just don't typically do light colors like these. So that's me. That's my preference. So if I had a complaint or whatever, that would be it. That I don't really, like, this isn't super universal, especially for someone of my skin color. It's not super universal because it's so light. And I did see a couple of his swatching videos for his newest liquid lipstick debuts. And even the person of color who was in that video was talking about how some of the shades are pretty frosty. And so if you're darker skin, it's not like you can wear them. It's just that they're very frosty. And, you know, not everyone will like that look if you have darker skin. So just a little bit of a disclaimer. Obviously, you could wear it anyway. You could pull off any color you want. There's nothing saying that you can't wear it. It's just that, you know, it's just for what look you're going for. It's not extremely universal. Anyways, that's basically what I've got to say about both of these colors. Dominatrix, again, very great color. Everything I was looking for, you know, a little bit more consistent in the actual liquid itself versus this one. But again, not a huge deal. But I'm very satisfied with Dominatrix, and I really hope that I can get something else that satisfies me just like this color, because it's everything I need. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if I just wore it every day because I really like it, you know? And I like the dark lip look. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed my review and what I had to say about these lipsticks and Jeffree's products. If you have any requests or anything you want to see me review or anything you want to hear my thoughts on, please feel free to leave a comment and tell me how you felt. If there's something you didn't like about this video besides the glare, I'm gonna have to fix that, I know. I mean, it just can't be in every one of my videos, but if there's something else that you want me to fix, something else you want me to say, or just, you know, any constructive criticism you have for me as a reviewer and things you'd like me to say specifically about products that you want to know, like details you want to know, please feel free to leave a comment. Don't be shy, you know, I'm not going to be, you know, my feelings aren't going to be hurt if you tell me, oh, your review wasn't that informative because, you know, I mean, obviously don't be like super mean about it, but just, you know, it helps me when you give me specific details about what I did wrong or what you want to see from me, you know what I mean? So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!